MPP said, I bring me out. Want to me out. Somebody said I like Agyapong, but that's the truth. He's the only guy that when he talk, I thought that he could have been the minority leader. I think he's always shouting. And they are too much in a hurry to get power. The MPP, since Nanado came to power, has been like that. I don't know where they got it from. All of a sudden they are violent. All of a sudden the political culture is gone. And choosing a flag bearer will not strengthen the party. It will divide it more. Let me also tell you what I see in the realms. Now I can say prophecy, but I can tell you for a fact, say Kennedy will win the election, but it will not be given to him. In the spiritual realm, I see that they are supporting Bawumia to take the whatever it is. Let me tell you, the people in MPP do not like Ken as much as they love Bawumia, but the people in Ghana love Ken.
Abusia sabre de okopie mu e wo ye Parliament House a ejada ho ye pa ni na any video bi a trend e wo media no so gina mema mienu ya wo mepie mu e wo man Ghana mu a na wo mu e kwakogina ye Independence Square se wo mu kwakotwa mfoni nu eche no na mfoni ya wo mu kwakotwa no e ya de a wo man Ghana ha ye nsoso so ni na ene de gisensem a wo mienu de wo ma no aboma wo mu twa picture no e wo Independence Square na abro a NPP e wo aban mu na wo mu ba be fra aban mu no ade ba ko ya na political parties ni mienu na kasa ditia sa ade no titiru any honorable Sam George ntene ekoba ne say no ene dodo na ada no mani friend se papa wona na enim se wo champion den some NDC ba ban mu asa de media chiwade ebo man nti NDC se amanyoko no so na so come here say 6 months ni amba ban mu no yen share da ente mon kabusu enye we kwa na ebedi won kobo enra so NPP penifo ekohia party penifo no biche wo mo a ejina say yen to mo so ba na omuntime flag bearer farmer party no ye man pindara John Agyapong kufo so edina no atu chere say ne ekoso party no egu party no mfinte be ya wo mo enya we nyi nsem bi ka ho ene ye ne apostles akwamante e ba bedi ho komonti me say say obo mi subscribers no na de be on account say be na upload no to one first person ya won sa ebedi kan aka e too much GE kama ho na ye kwa apostle ye ma na kwa ba na fe ye fa komo no en hyeso.
Yeah, na pacho want to say the say
then be share say video ya etwagu omontie so wenye bi ahwe ne nyina ne meba mienu ya o be pie mu o man Ghana na ye achi no na wo mu ye genti o makwa kogina Ghana be bia ye gina ya ye declare o man fa wo de man no makwa kotwa picture na wo mu de wo ma no aboma wo mu ekisi publicly o video no se nyame nipa na sa de ya koso o de ne se
mama kan sam che on say first of all my chair chief now that is soon shall say what is the topic here hear me pa because I said those times who are preaching in Manchester na me here prayer walk na me pompa say the revival but Manchester many years ago now because school was Scotland until once a while me go yeah maybe I remember me no work kitchen na me who be that
okay
ono mutumi here you know okay parade na there when the COVID came Italy you realize that a lot of them died because of this giving. God hates it. God abhors it. We kind of in the book of Genesis God spoke about Abraham, Lot and Lot's wife, and at the time when the 3 angels came to visit Abraham, the boys there, the men there said they want to have sexual intercourse with the men. I mean, so when Abraham was intervening to allow Sodom to exist, God said, if I find just a few number of people in this place, I'll spare the land. Eventually, God had to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. When a nation is involved in sodomy, God becomes angry and God destroys the nation, whether we like it or not. And so, to come and stand there is very demonic to do that, to show that Ghana is a great city, or Accra is a great city. That's a symbol. And Satan wants to take over. And we have to be very careful, especially in this time when Trump came, you call in America, he did a lot, and he said that you can never have a male or male transgender or female. Trump has tried to fight against gayism, I mean, with all his might. And one of those things that people like him is that, and even America, the fight is on, and it is making it very unpopular. Now in Ghana, they are bringing it. I'm so disappointed that this has happened. What I said, it is not very good for our nation. But I recall, says, Sam George, at a point in time, he started the anti-LGBTQ plus because with an intention, said it will help our family values. He said, don't even promote it. Promote here is going to give a bad effect. Parliament, I remember, during that time, Bagby was very influential, and then they passed a bill in Parliament, and they went to court against why the bill was not approved by the president. And that's one of the things that didn't help the Chief Justice, because she was not really forthcoming and helping to push it to the point where we could have this bill passed. Maybe that's why people are not happy with her, because for everything that she's doing, people are still not really moved by what she's doing, because there's so much that has happened against her. What did they make her say? But what I'm saying is that His Excellency the former president could not pass it, and that went against it. But if that had passed, that would have helped us. What I said, and I feel, sir, we have to revisit it. I don't know why we are quiet on it now, and now that Sam George is a minister, I don't even know, why we are not visiting the LGBTQ issue. Okay.
Abaya mampeni John Dwani Mahama Baya no Oshia Sofo na wo mu bisa ne ho asem maneka se o saa bill no na eye past parliament na eye ho adwuma se wo ko fura ban se dey sign the bill no sign ho for start process din na for se ne obo Sam George din o ye one of the enkofu na wo mo champion against saa den but 6 months in power yente ne nkai e na we opportunity obeka se amanyofo no I
think so. I think they did their best. The MPs, everybody recall that the voting was done. Everybody, and even those who were not in favor were scared because constitution so they comported themselves and they voted. But I thought that Nana Akufo-Addo, who in fact he opened his mouth and said that it was not for LGBT, could have signed it. And I think the current president, well, it's early days yet, 6 months, but I'm soon stressing on sign. I check too much out. Ghanaians will put the blame on him. What I said. So he promised, like you said, he promised that he was going to reintroduce the bill because that's a culture. You cannot sign a bill which have been passed by another government. You understand? You have to reintroduce. That's a law. That's a legal framework that governs how to be able to allow a bill to be introduced. And this time it was a private member bill. That meant that it was through Sam George and a few other people, a certain coalition of religious people. One of the guys that were very instrumental was Reverend Moses Fuamini, the sports analyst, you recall. So I feel, sir, if it has to happen, it has to happen fast. And the intention of the bill is to promote family values. What the Jamaicans say, and to discourage promotion of anything has to do with LGBT. Now, when you build it by Anka, but now there's no law to catch them. Why are we catching them? There's no law. Then, Lord, are we going to base on to see people kissing and destroying our nation like that? Otherwise, if it was another Arab, they would have caught them. But we don't have any law. That's why it's important to pass a law. What I say. When there is righteousness in the land becomes fruitful. What I say, in the time of Israel, they go into captivity. What I say, and Ghana cannot prosper if Ghana is getting involved into Sodom and Gomorrah kind of lifestyle. What did they make an answer? And I say LGBT, and the president should stamp his fist. And then look, a lot of pastors are watching. Now the president has goodwill with the pastors. Say Chena and Baya, there will be differences, Kakra. And I want to humbly advise, say, with the greatest of respect to His Excellency, say, on Chena, on my passes bill, no. Introduce it quickly because of this, thing that is happening all over. It will be a plus for him, not a minus. And I mean, who say, His Excellency is very calm but very firm. We want to just encourage him, and as a pastor, in this capacity, I want to encourage him. He should go ahead and make sure that the bill is passed, reintroduce it, and append his signature. He'll be a hero. I like what he said. He said something. He said he wants to be the president. I will set up a record and nobody can break. One record to set is be bold and sign it. I bet me a record. What did they make an answer?
Apostle, maybe dream your former president, Nadodan Kufuado, a granted interview, I think so BBC. Emma, you decided once a manica so. I will not pencil the all sign as Emma, but it is bound to happen. Emma, no dear, when your furniture and bossy yipa, where your pacusi, it's in your basset in another kind, and no never another
kind says bound to happen, which means that I think the question they're asking was a setup, the settlement.
Okay.
Which means that, as if on signing this, that's what I understood the question, but bound to happen in that context, not Kayano. That on signing, what you're saying, maybe you allow it to go, which means that LGBT can happen. But what is very tricky. The previous American president, was advocating for this all over Africa and all over. I don't know why he did that, and was trying to give money, set people up so that we have LGBT. And when Ghana needed money, I thought that he said that to cover up a little bit. But I see that Africa is thriving on a different level. Burkina Faso, Traore, you see him is becoming independent of the West. I don't know the agenda of the West, but this guy is trying, he's focused. As soon as he got proper independence from France, he's doing very well for his country. So I don't know what the West really wants. I see they want to come back and come and destroy us. We've seen so that we are destroyed. And if Africa has become the safe haven for everybody to come and live in because of this menace called LGBT, you want to destroy that one again. What did they make a say? So me feel say, it doesn't really help. What you say. So, and your mama has also said that, like if America doesn't want to trade with Africa, Africa will do its own thing, will trade with ourselves. That's what I said. Which means that he has a certain mindset to be independent of the West. And because of his affiliation with Sahel, which is the Burkina Faso is not the idea now. I have some relationships. He's becoming very independent. He thinks that we have to do intra-trade. So if we have to do intra-trade, we don't have to rely on the West to come and dictate to us. Now they can't say that era is past. And the superpower thing about America is even slowing down. You have to realize they have cut off some of the aid to Africa. What did the Americans say? And Africa is trading with other partners and is doing well. So we don't need America. We don't need the West. And so this influence of American culture on us that does not have any, should not go forward. Everybody should go out where the world is heading to, where Africa is heading towards. You don't need to fear. Just pass it. Just approve it. You are better off not being aligned with the West, and being on your own. That align with them, don't mess you up. Which other country has the West helped? I mean, there's no African country in question that you can say that the West has helped them. If there's anything at all, it has destroyed them.
Okay,
it's what you say.
It's one more. I'm on your phone. Bina air can say, oh, I dare air posse. I was saying shiny because I'm a saying Jamuno. Ghana near Maya, then Samson, the Chisa, what they know. Still, I report. I'm saying just only other countries now for daily. It's diplomatically no. I was saying to see any may a prayer when you for science. I will be beating up with your mind. Only among
you. You see, the spiritual, no, there are principalities and powers that rule in every country. The strongholds rule in every country. And when a country is becoming a spotlight, you have to realize that demons can show their face. My main cancer, Ghana in the spirit is a territory the devil always wants to come to, because Ghana is a very powerful praying nation. The bonfire on as that there. It's become like a safe haven. Everybody must come. When you enter into Ghana, it's like you have entered into a very peaceful country. You enjoy some peace because of prayer, fasting, and the economy of Ghana. What I say. So this is just to reduce spiritually, it is just to disrupt us. And these things can lead to a lot of confusion. Political misunderstandings now causing chaos now the idea. But you don't know who said that is the cause. Because Ghana when you think not the enemy will take advantage. The Ephesians 27. Bible says, don't give the enemy a foothold. Sorry. Don't give the enemy what? A foothold. So these things contaminate the spiritual realm. Now when you were speaking, I've seen some revelations in the spirit where some demons are sent into the system.
Okay.
Just to contaminate people and come and create this. And that plays a very sensitive altar. Because many years ago, when COVID started, one of the reasons why COVID didn't hit Ghana was the Lord told me many years ago. I went there, stood there and prayed and stopped COVID. The COVID came, but we didn't die. At that time when it was in China, the Lord told me, I went with my cameras, with my media, we went to pray, we raised our altar there, said, God save Ghana, we stopped the COVID. But somehow, you could see that the impact, I need to say, Europe, it was not prayer.
Yeah.
What you saying? So that spot, out of Ghana, seat of Ghana, don't forget, that is where Sergeant Ajete and those people's blood was shed. It is, no, you see here, it is the blood of the citizens of Ghana that established and released Ghana from its bondage.
Okay.
It is spiritual, what you saying? So that place is a seat. So when you come to an altar and you kiss there, what you have done is that you have contaminated that altar. Spiritually, you are saying that the whole nation is contaminated. And to hear careful, the president should be bold and say, we don't want this, and save our children. Because I mean, can't say, only say a lot of people don't want to send their children abroad to go and study because of this. Your child, which is 18 years, you didn't go to question idea. Okay, now I got done again. Or your parent now done your bar. Or do you feel now okay? Or your friend Kojo. Your friend Kojo be our back Ghana back. Your friend Kojo be your friend Ajwa. Kojo no done Ajwa. You as a man, as a father, or as a a mother, how would you feel? You feel very bad. And it is a spiritual contamination. And pastors must go there to raise altar there to reverse it. Otherwise, they are introducing that demon back to Ghana.
And that is a way, a spiritual battle.
A spiritual battle.
Ghana, so for no.
But who does that for Ghana? You see, Ghana, we don't have standing pastors.
Okay.
We don't have standing pastors. I've done a lot of assignments. Government, that Ukwa, we are the American say, God bless you. We need a standing prayer team. They can go who are not contaminated themselves. Assignment. People don't see that kind of assignment. While we save Ghana a lot, what did they can say? And we prevent a lot of things, some of these things from happening. You see, everything starts from the spiritual. And see, I saw for who you are before it to manifest in the physical. They make an authority. Okay.
And then so we know your mom training John Dramani Mahama I declare National Day of Fast and Prayer. Into Ubekasa or consider Saturday function.
I know the organizers. I know Afianka is playing a very key role. I know Reverend Wendam, who is the key people who are playing a very key role in doing this. But what we can do is that if your video can get to them early, you can forward it to them quickly, so for them to consider. I can do some underground work. Before the time, but the Thanksgiving is a very important program for Ghana, and I encourage people to go. Monday, I'll be there. Tuesday, sorry.
Okay.
On the 2nd of July, I'll be there. I've been invited, so
wow.
I will surely be there.
Okay. And see, Apostle Wings say only one more. Suggest a chair a binus and a memo and me to be and yard the pie was yes so. It's a bear cry, young punishing beer, your bed bundles a gun have home for Munes, you're not yen send now.
There's no law to ban them. Any law ever to me ban it, there's no immigration law to ban them. You see them can say, yeah, law don't come. We can take advantage of it and we can punish them from coming. But that is why we are having this conversation. Law beyond Niwa. We are promoting. We are trying the law. I mean, all of us. Did I hear politics Ghana power there? But that's it. There's no law to punish them. They are near politics and we assign no. I don't know why leaders are afraid. Why are you afraid? Sitting now, everybody's dilly-dally. I encourage the president to be bold. There's no prayer. This National Cathedral thing I can't want to no. Now at the point I was wondering why we are building National Cathedral when we cannot sign the bill. They can say what you say.
Okay.
Yeah, senior as a cathedral. But bill no yet to me inside. And also, Jason. I'm not even what you say. Yeah, we have to be able to focus. And I want to encourage the president to go ahead and represent it like he promised. How many months? And 6 months.
Yeah.
The same fast way by which he reduced the dollar. It should quickly, by virtue of this, if he's listening to us with the greatest of respect to him, okay, but do ensure say we know present it bill. Otherwise, the heavens can close over Ghana. A common that you start to say a dear power Ghana. Don't you, sir? See your Bible, the worshippers of Baal, God didn't like idol worship. Okay, and the prophet said there will never be rain except by my word. God had already actually withheld the rain because of idolatry and the worship before he spoke it, and it endorsed what had already happened. That's all. The prophet couldn't have prophesied in line if Israel was holy. He prophesied in line according to the activities, and the heavens closed. A comedy.
Okay.
What in the mechanism?
Very serious.
It's very serious. And to whatever we have to do, let's go ahead and do. Some people can call. I mean, we share some of the comments. People will say, "Oh, can't we are here?" You know, that is their level. That's what they know. We do our work. Leave us to do our work. What I said, it is very important.
Apostle, you can say no one so engage in that act, and so one so you can be intimate my intimate business saying that bishop for a better handle some for me. Say, and yeah, you high, you may feel the
That's why we have the Lord. I keep saying we'll take, but as a Christian, every situation and the way the Lord will lead you to handle. I believe sometimes, but I don't recommend violence. I recommend love. The Gospels are about love. What I say, and sometimes you don't have access to these people. And one say you as a nation will create an enabling environment. So now Lord will take its course. So I will still insist on the law. Let's go back to the law again and make sure we get things done. They make answer what I say.
And one so MP for penny for a kushia aspirants no any one mukasa dress and the air cost of party in the idea and self atapa and my party no kwa yakono the man thing that John de Cook for Edna another two which is say pay Edna another penny for say opini Garibian and Suasa. It's not what to the ama asumdriana calmness of a party.
Mami Kasem Chow. If MPP cannot listen to authority in the party, then the party is destroyed.
Okay.
And then they don't have what it takes to rule a nation. So almost to mean you put through from before, then they can't have a party, and the party is nullified. Because every institution is their heads or to the mechanism. The institution thrives because you listen to people of authority, not their ejima. So one thing the Kufoka any other party is gone, they can't be in power because they cannot organize themselves if they don't listen to Kufo. And a party which is not organized, you can't vote for them.
Okay.
Because why they are heading to the party is disorganized. I mean, one example: how do you elect a flag bearer before you organize your party? Well, where did you go elect a flag bearer now before you organize your party? When the party is gone, that is the first mistake.
Oh, okay. Also, chair say, and no, can move back because flag bearer no need tension, but into we hear the flu, nothing more.
The tension is in leadership. The leadership of the party is very poor, very weak. I mean, chair idea. They have constitution. They don't listen to the constitution. How to resolve conflict? What not to say? The party should be firm. And we shouldn't depend too much. The party needs proper leadership. Say, Agyapong, your chairman. Everybody will respect him. He can talk to the party now, because somebody like Bawumia is not a flag bearer. He's only a member of the party. Nanomiti Napo, only a member of the party. Kennedy. The person that has power is executives of the party. But they have to. How do we say? What is the American say? To be able to command and say, stop. They need some experienced politicians like in NDC. I see him, is very powerful. He talks, everybody listens. Because it's an old member of the party. When you want to tradition, a church and let me come back with what Kufuor said. What Kufuor said was the principles of the party. He said you can change a leader, but you cannot change the principles of the party. And I just said, okay, what are the principles? Human rights, economic growth, wealth creation. Is that what he saw? He didn't say that. He saw violence. He saw, and that's why I said that. MPP said, Bawumia out. Want to me out. And there's a political culture of every party. You see, sir, people don't like you again. MPP political party's culture has changed. It's turned to a vigilante group. Who can you are very powerful. Where is the intellectual MPP party? It's gone. It's even happening in parliament. I think it's just shouting. Somebody said I like Agyapong, but that's the truth. He's the only guy that when he talk, I thought that he could have been the minority leader. I think he's always shouting. Everybody shouting. Where is the culture? I don't know. Yes, sir. The principles behind the party, that is the most important thing. And even though Kufuor is speaking very late. Let me say, about late, but it's better late than never. And they should take a clue from it. Otherwise, the party is gone. And I also propose to them, listen, there's heat in the party. National Reconciliation Forum. They are going to establish an institute. What are you going to teach people? Bring them together. What institute? What are you going to teach them? You see, sir, every priority is misplaced. They are not moving. And they are too much in a hurry to get power. And what me, I'm sitting down as a citizen is that this is a party who is not interested in me, but is interested in getting power. I won't vote for you. It's simple. I won't vote for you. But how did that? What happened?
Apostle,
that's how it, I mean, what is it? Oh yeah, this is that's it. That oh yeah, this, even their own people who are founding fathers of the party were secret and this. I mean, who can advise you? Yeah, who can advise you? Nobody can advise them. And NPP, since Nanado came to power, has been like that. I don't know where they got it from. All of a sudden they are violent. All of a sudden the political culture is gone. All of a sudden it's either you do a slogan and shout and all that. Shout. No, what is it? Oh, hey, Mabu. So I'm very happy that he has spoken. He's helped his party. I hope that they come out well and choose credible people. Okay? I was speaking to one MP. He's called Bawumia. Is it Bawumia they call him?
Is it Patrick Bawumia?
Patrick Bawumia. And he made a lot of sense. He said, let's not, let me paraphrase because I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said, let's not elect a flag bearer, but let's look for electing a presidential material, a president. But you can elect a flag bearer, but you can't win the power. What did they make? It's too much. You're calling it, I mean, everything is not thought through. And Kufuor can say, he said the electorate has grown. Why then? Do you understand what it means? The way we used to think 10 years is not the same way. It's not like that anymore. And you know what? Asidu Ketia said, he said something. Listen, they asked him on Joy FM yesterday. I was watching. He said something. They asked him, so what about who's going to be fired? He said they don't do that in their party. Yeah. He said it will take them 3 years. 3 years after they have finished serving and fulfilling their campaign promises, they can have a conversation about party. Now, we are everybody wants people like that to deal with. Somebody who is coming to serve. But these people beginning now, flag bearer, what do you call it? You have gone. We make sure if NPP they don't change the attitude, this time we get 20%. From 38% to Udio Klasomika. Okay. About do 38, about reduce to 20%. Send a lot dollar now reduce, and also about reduce. Yeah. From 38 to 20 because people are smarter. What I said, they should come together. I wish that they listen to Kufuor. That will help their party. Listen. The chairman must be smart. Reconciliation forum and stop telling, bring everybody on board. Alan, everybody, Alan. Everybody who has left, their professors who were in the party, they have left. Let's have a new culture. One other guy, NPF or something. National Patriotic Front. I think there's a professor who's starting a new political party within the NPP. Just change. And they can't do that. If they cannot do that, they can't win power. Forget it. Then in 2020, 2074.
We will also just say the NPP party a normal party be a opposition. You can say you might say you get a kind of say no. Or more track a crash, some also 3 years between now 1 year and back. You don't see them to heat in the party. My
main concern, Joe, who has a problem? Everybody is saying it. You see, MPP, I feel very sad about MPP. Saying they be able to develop over time. Now they are there, no one's on a party. I think they should just listen to Kufuor. Don't listen to me, just listen to Kufuor. He's talking about the principles of the party. Go back to it. And no. Who can say? Yeah, nobody should debate Kufuor. He's advising you. Just take it. Okay? And they should go to him. He's the one that can initiate the reconciliation forum. They should reconcile. Everybody come together. We are sorry. We are sorry. We are them. We are there. You are the Pamucho. We are back. No letter. No nothing. As soon as you come back, the party can be formed well. And let's look for mature politicians to handle the chairmanship, the secretary. What you are saying? Now, Nomuka said this one, who was a former energy minister, he said, Agyapong, yeah. I saw people were hailing me, chairman. Yeah, that's how to go. Maybe another person come Agyapong, chairman. He shouldn't go for president. He was once chairman, there was a fight. He should go back to his chairmanship.
General secretary.
Yes, whatever. The quality people. Where is Dambuchi? Where is he? All of them, where are they? It's a party that has people like very top politicians and economists. Where are they?
Also, Abronya say Abronya should be out.
Yes.
JFK
should be out.
Or yeah, General Secretary no after letter the Akakoma Abronya Senka. Who Meshia disciplinary committee no nani ewo Omofa entumi Abronya so the letter about Montana counter na JFK no e dey ba che say obi entimi kan kasa bo nhye na yem. Obi entimi intimidating our party. He is ready to lose everything for the party. Also say NDC and maybe Johnson said get here every year ko kwani do go pamo de
if there's no discipline in the party, they can't win power. Let's look at the strength of the party. And choosing a flag bearer will not strengthen the party, it will divide it more. By next year, so more they are doing the same thing. By next year, the party would have disintegrated into maybe 10 pieces. But the campaign will be hot, Agyapong. Even last campaign, it has divided the team more. Now, another 1 year, up to 26, the showdown will break it into 20 pieces. It's not a wise thing. I don't know who advised them. But this one, you should be doing it and strengthen the party and let people see that you are interested in Ghana. And now, NDC will not do anything wrong, but they will come. And then, you see, everybody is discerning. We are listening. Take your time. Ghana, and check out about 8 years. This 4 years thing, you should look at 8 years, the way they are going.
Okay.
You should look at 8 years.
Prophet El Bernard Ebabon saying my prophecy be about NPP flag bearership race because Emma no Kasafa or Rabokena compare with Japan, which is one in a bit in a party, and in fact, or show granny again. And then since the future was made about Monte, I say, Sessophone means me any Biancho say party, I'm in your political party, the whole primates of Mobile, and then you meet from the show book. In the then also name is I say, a soft one. Any amano semono. And no chaka. You meet me, be big show, little, sir, and the fat amano could be one.
I mean, can't say, let me also tell you what I see in the realms. Now, I can't say prophecy, but I can tell you for a fact, say, Kennedy will win the election, but it will not be given to him. Yeah. Actually, I mean, prophecy, no, at this time for them, God problem. Just, they asked JFK what happened in law. He said spiritual. No. The spiritual is one answer. You didn't have any answer spiritual. That is behind the scene. Now you're with you, man. I believe in the spiritual. I don't answer like that. I see there's no problem. All the problems are spiritual. But how do you open your mouth? JFK now, he's not smart. I'm sorry, he's not smart. Who made him secretary?
Campaigning you now. Delegates to the man.
They should look at their procedure of appointing and voting for. They should get people who are more mature. Everybody's advocating for people like that in the MPP. So that you need mature politicians. Somehow that studying the party, understand the party's culture. One, that when he speaks, the president, even in power, will listen to.
Okay.
Mugabe in Zimbabwe, what happened to him? They took his part to take him off. And they brought order because they said, listen, you can't do it. Their party leadership was more powerful than Mugabe himself when he was in power. That is what we need in Ghana. We need a system that works, that Ghana will work. And if we have a credible opposition, it helps our democracy. What you say? MDC knows that Ghana is a one-party state.
Yeah.
But the way they are going, it doesn't look like they are going to come to power, MPP. So they should put their house in order.
Okay.
So we have a very accountable opposition that will make sure that this government or the NDC government is held. That's democracy. It's held accountable.
Are they not doing that because the LGBTs and some people are popping up and then after no case of Parliament House, calling for some judge say all reactive on someone who worker.
After Marking are 7 years now. That he really will shout and you were probably good at creating some awareness, but the content of his delivery is light. Shout, you repeat, me, I don't like his content because I don't think it's deep enough. Yeah, I teach a bunch of intellectual analysis. No, the aspect of intellectual analysis, no, and yet deep. They're going to vet a Supreme Court judge, ask him to sing national anthem. Nothing wrong with that. You're a lawyer, get more intuitive, more detailed. The question's not beside your highlight. Okay? You brought a case. No. You have to bring a certain case up. It embodies the whole political system. Everybody really understands. It's light. I feel so it's light. It's good at shouting and fighting. That's what it's good at. But my issue is that there are better people placed in the MPP. One of them is Agyapong. I have said it severally. This is not the political culture of the MPP. It makes parliament interesting. If you shout, I don't want to listen to it. I want intellect. When the intellectuals are listening to opinion, I don't know what they hear. It's not intellectually stimulated enough.
Okay.
Let me kind of say what I say. And for me, the political culture of the NPP must go back to its root. Listen to Kufuor. Don't come and say Kufuor, crowd, and there's so much disrespect in NPP. Well, somebody can even insult him. How can you form a political party? Somebody you insult Kufuor, it's a shame. Someone says, they will not be organized enough to win elections.
Apostle, so what can say Prime Minister Mbabekui? Soon from what was a kind of finance or farm manual. Because when they send a part in the phone.
My main counsel. I don't want to go into that tangent. I don't know whether he saw that Ken has won, but me, I saw that he's going to win, and it will not be given to him. You may kind of say what you say. Things can change to anything. But let me tell you something. In the spiritual realm, I see that they are supporting Bawumia to take the whatever it is. Let me tell you, the people in MPP do not like Ken as much as they love Bawumia. But the people in Ghana love Ken.
And MPP force the neighbor.
Yes.
It's in your pen on the neighbor.
What did they make? Yes. So if you have to pass through MPP, it will be difficult. He will do very well. Let me tell you, he will do very well. But I say, one pie into the how it's going to be. Yeah, I don't really like talking about prophecy, but because you're asking me the question, I'm forced to tell you a little bit. Because the last time I told you, sir, we should stop the prophesying. It doesn't help. It's because you are pushing. That is why I'm showing what I'm seeing in the realms now. What did the American say? So, I don't know, maybe what he saw, but he doesn't want to say that the Amon Farmer. But in the spirit, I know that Amon Farmer.
Apostle, you didn't come on, see, one more, and you almost just to say, a bear Christ and said Ghana for pecking. Now, NPP party, woman, and once in a now for Alan and the kind of no meal go for one party on Betty Ghana.
NPP is a traditional party, they won elections, they have the people like Kufo coming in. I mean, these are statesmen. And I do, for example, it's a statesman. What I say, they have their own political culture. This is very important. And to start another party, I would not recommend that. It will not be easy. It's not worth it. It will take you a long time to come to put yourself together. But what I would advise is, I'm going to get reconciliation forum.
Okay.
I'm going to get reconciliation forum and follow their party rules, and then do the needful and do the votings of all that and change leadership. If they change the leadership, they start, change the leadership. That one can win.
Apostle, final words.
Well, my final word is this: everybody listening to me must pray for Ghana. I must pray for Ghana so that all the talk we have will earn the money in our pocket. Here can hear bread. Okay, I pray for people who don't have, people who need God to touch them, people who need divine intervention. If one pass a radiant casa in Sabekau, the account will come in. I did your person radia yamano, but I did why? I didn't shall be,
Amen.
I don't see amen.
I was there any apostle, Sakwamante, and actually in common message. So, with your comments, our video no as I don't know if you may subscribe to me. So, too much GA, kind of a down the count, send a banner upload to Mupe. Pro now for number one kind notes, me also and seminal, Minina is Tia Echa Edibu. All the social media platforms so cover. Too much, all subscribe, no like, no share, no one be so any version, but that's a baby as me bar. When you break any adage, edit, or the share. Dark gold, any meeting.